Hello, how's it going, all of you beautiful people around the world? My name is Ryan, aka Blackbeard TCG, and in today's video I will be going over the 8 leaders in set 2 OP-02 for One Piece trading card game, as well as the starter deck leader Akainu for the black deck. These are the 9 leaders that we will be getting in the second set, and I know the first set isn't out as of yet, but I decided I wanted to make this video preemptively before the second set drops in Japan. I was going to say in January. I do this all in one take, you feel me? Don't worry, it's all good. And the reason why I wanted to do this preemptively is because I want to make this very clear. This tier list is about what I am most excited to play. It is not what is the best leader. I have no clue what will be the best leader. I don't even have OP-01, so how can I even speak about OP-02? I want to make this very clear. This is not a tier list for what is stronger. This is simply a tier list of the leaders that I think are the most interesting and the ones that I'm going to play and collect. Okay, so without further ado, as you guys can see, in S tier, it means I will 100% build, collect, and play the deck in some way, form, or capacity. For A tier, I'm very interested. I'm going to collect the cards, but maybe I'll play it, maybe not. B, it looks cool. I have no urge to play it. I need to see the rest of the set to determine if it will go up to a higher tier or even drop below that. And lastly, tier C, it's not for me. I'll use it for trade bait. If I end up getting an alt art from my box, I'll end up just trading it away. I don't care about it. If I get any cards in that color that I feel like I won't really have any need for, I will trade those away as well. So that is my ranking. At the end of the video, at the very end of the video, I will be telling you guys what I think will be strong, in my opinion. But it has nothing to do with the tier list. I'll just tell you guys what I think will be strong. And then it'll be fun to revisit this video later on when OP-02 actually drops in Japan and we see how things pan out. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first card is Whitebeard. So Edward Newgate, right off the bat, I'm sure this is no surprise to anybody. I will 100% play, build, collect, all that good stuff. I think that the fact that he has 6k power, the fact that he has 6 life, the fact that you're basically drawing 2 cards every single turn, you can play him offensively, you can play him defensively, you can play control. I just feel like Edward Newgate is going to be a super fun deck to pilot. Like, in my testing, I have such a blast just playing it. It kind of gives me Doflamingo vibes, and you guys know that Doflamingo is my favorite leader in set 1. And I really get those vibes. Obviously, it's a completely different playstyle, but just piloting the deck just feels fun, and it feels powerful, and it feels good, and it fulfills that Whitebeard fantasy. So 100% S tier. Okay, next, let's go to GARP. So GARP is interesting. So let's read his effect when you attach a Dawn to this leader or one of your characters, and it's not a once per turn, it's just on your turn. So as many times as you do that, you can give one of your opponents cost 7 or lower characters -1 cost during this turn. I'm actually extremely excited for this. I'm going to put it in A tier. And the reason for that is because we've been seeing more of the black cards. I think that GARP has a lot of potential. I think GARP can be very devastating, very offensive focused. Obviously, it has red, so now you have a little bit more defensive tools, whereas black doesn't have too many defensive tools, but has a lot more control in that sense. You kind of get the best of both worlds. I'm very interested in GARP. I want to see what some of the other cards are going to look like in red and black, and then this might be bumped up to S tier. But for now, I am very interested, and I am going to be collecting and maybe building this deck. I might just have a build every now and then and just kind of play test around with, but not something that I'm really going to like invest in and try to like max rarity and really like take it to events and try to like compete and like make it top tier, right? So it'll just be something that's fun. Very interested. Definitely a solid A tier for me. Okay, up next, Kinemon. I've talked about Kinemon multiple times on my channel. I even have a video dedicated just to Kinemon. 150% I'm going to build this. And it's funny because I don't even really like Kinemon as a character in One Piece, like in general. But I don't know. I just feel like it's so cool. I feel like Wano Country is just really strong as a package. Like the cards on Wano Country are very, very powerful. And I feel like being able to cheat cards out a little bit early, and then even as you get into the late game, have effectively one extra Dawn in a way if you are in a pinch is pretty nice. I don't know. I like it. I think it's going to be really fun to play. I feel like there's going to be some really, really cool early game plays that you can do and kind of control the board really early on. I feel like it will fall off a little bit towards the late game, but who knows? We need to see more cards. But for now, I know for a fact I definitely will be playing Kinemon. Like that goes without saying, 100%. Okay, next I want to talk about Sanji. Yeah, Sanji's in C tier for me. Does not pique my interest at all. I have a build, actually. I will share the deck list if any of you guys are interested. I've been seeing some other builds floating around online as well. I think he's interesting. I think he's cool, but unfortunately, the green cards that are coming in this set with film, and then you have the Wano stuff, you have the Minx, like all of those things that we've seen thus far at least, you're not really going to be able to use with Sanji. So it's really weird. And obviously there's already like blue vanillas, green vanillas, and all that stuff that you can already use, which is why people already have some builds that are made. It just doesn't feel fun piloting this leader. And I feel like I don't understand the character fantasy as well. Like what does this effect have to do with Sanji? Do you know what I mean? That's kind of my view on it. For me, I'm not entertained by this at all. Yeah, like absolutely zero hype for me for Sanji. Okay, up next, Ivankov. Ivankov instantly goes to B tier for me. I mean, there's more cards that are coming out that I can kind of see the game plan. I'm very interested in it. It looks cool. I need to see all the cards in blue. I need to see what else it's going to get. And then I need to play test with it. I need to kind of like see how it feels to play, because still, like, even with the new Luffy that got revealed, obviously there's the Bull Hancock and this and that. Like, and again, in hindsight, I might go back to this video and I might laugh and go like, oh my god, how did I think this? Like, this is so OP. But right now, I'm struggling to see how only having two cards in your hand where one of them or both of them could not be a counter. I don't know how that could be a good idea, especially in the late game. Because early game, you're not, in theory, you're technically not going to really be able to get this effect off probably on your first two turns because you don't have the Dawn, right? It's not until you get to the mid to late game when this is live. And then when you get to the mid to late game, at that point, your opponent's also going to have some big beaters on the board that can swing into you, and you're not going to have counters. So that's just the way I'm looking at it. I don't know. I could be completely wrong, and Ivankov is busted. But for now, it's in B tier. It's something that looks cool. I want to see the rest of the set. I want to see how it plays, and it could have potential to move up. I don't think it would move down, so I think it's solid B tier for me with the potential to go up. Okay, up next is Magellan. Magellan is also B tier for me. I will be completely honest, though. If we get Blackbeard as a card in purple, he will automatically go up to S tier. I've already talked about that. There's no worries about that. Obviously, we know that we're not getting a secret rare Blackbeard, which is absolutely ridiculous. But my other thing was, I was like, okay, we're definitely going to get an Ace in Marineford, which we have gotten in red. So I would please, like, Marineford was started by Blackbeard. So please, just put Blackbeard in purple. And if that's the case, Magellan will be in in S tier. But for now, without Blackbeard confirmed, B tier, because Magellan looks cool. I feel like Magellan would be very fun to pilot as well. Okay, up next, we got Zet. We got Z. You know what? Z is interesting. Z is definitely interesting. I feel like he definitely has potential. Obviously, with more of the black cards being shown, has potential to dip into purple as well, which is obviously good. But I don't know. I don't know. Is it just me? And I would like to know in the comment section below. But the whole film thing just feels weird, knowing that like it's not like canon or anything. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't feel right. I don't feel bonded to the character or anything like that. Like, I don't know. I just don't want to pilot it. Like, I'm very tempted to just like put it in C and like say like I'm probably never going to like build this deck ever. But I do want to see the rest of the set. But like, and that goes for green, purple, black, whatever. Any of the film cards, I'm not feeling. That's just me. Like, I know that's weird to say, but it does not get me hype. And I'm very tempted to drop Z to C tier. But I want to see the rest of the set. And then depending on that, then I'll probably move it down or I'll stay the same. I don't see it going up unless it's just something absolutely cracked. Like Blackbeard comes out and Blackbeard's purple and it just so happens to have like extremely good synergy with him, and then I automatically have to bump him up somewhere. But as it stands right now, B tier. Okay, we're almost done. Let's take a look at Smoker. Smoker is a quick C tier for me. Absolutely zero hype for this card. I don't know. It seems very weird. Like, I feel like the most valuable part of it is being able to give -1 cost. So that way that can enable all of your other cards to actually work. But then the fact that it only gets 1,000 power after, if there's a card with a cost of 0 in place, so it becomes 6k, it's like, man, like it's so situational, right? And then you already have to attach 1 Dawn just to use the ability. I don't know. You have things like Magellan who will automatically get their pump. Like, I don't know. Like, it just... Like Magellan's pump is so much easier to do. Like Smokers is situational, and then even then you have to like invest a Dawn. And I don't know, like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just not feeling Smoker at all, like zero at all. But with that being said, Sakazuki Akainu has me feeling some type of way for black. I'm thinking of playing him. I have a build I'm working up. If you guys are interested, I will have a deck list coming out probably sometime this week or early next week. I want to show you guys my Akainu build. But I'm very interested. I do want to see the rest of the cards. I don't know if we've now seen all of the cards in black. But from what we've seen thus far, with everything that's been revealed, with all of the admirals now being shown, definitely very, very interested. Solid A tier. If there are more cards that are coming out, that can even make it more spicier, then I wouldn't mind bumping it up to S tier. But for now, definitely an A tier. So that is my list, guys. That is my list. If you guys want to know what I think will be strong going into OP-02, like actually like meta, this is just, again, I'm basing this on absolutely nothing. I don't know. This is just based off what I think. I believe that Whitebeard, Akainu, I actually also think that Magellan. I think those 3 are probably ones that will be really, really good. Followed up by Kinemon and GARP and probably Z. And I don't know, maybe I'm sleeping on Ivankov and Ivankov just like diffs all of them. Who knows? But I could definitely see the rest of them in the tier below that. But that is my thoughts. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section below. I am very, very curious. I will catch you guys later. Have a damn good one. Make sure to like, subscribe, share it with a friend, and I'm out. Peace.